This is Mac OS Ken.
COVID changes Apple plans, accusations of union busting against Apple, and plans for strengthening accessibility. It is Wednesday, the 18th of May, 2022. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by SimpliSafe, the right way to protect your home. Get a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring at simplysafe.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Upstart, fair and fast personal loans. If you don't have high-interest credit card debt or other high-interest debt weighing you down, that is awesome. If you do, Upstart might help ease some of that burden. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, Upstart can help you get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. You're more than just your credit score. Upstart knows that. Instead of just your credit score, Upstart's model considers additional factors like your income, employment, and other information provided in your loan application to find you a smarter rate for your loan. You can check your rate in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000 without impacting your credit score, and you can receive funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan. Don't wait, and check your rate today at upstart.com/macOSKen. UPSTART, that is upstart.com/macOSKen to check your rate today. Don't forget to use my URL to let them know I sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/macOSKen. Just when some thought it was safe to go back in the office, Apple seems to be tapping the brakes on its back-to-work at-work plans. Blaming a rise in coronavirus cases, a piece from Apple Insider says the Cupertino company has told staff they will have to work from offices 2 days per week instead of 3. The piece cites a report from Bloomberg. That cites an internal Apple memo that says the full 3 days is being postponed for the time being. Oh, and we're going to have to mask up for those 2 days. The report says staff based in at least Silicon Valley offices, possibly more, have also been told that they will again be required to wear face masks in common areas. See also about 100 Apple stores in the U.S. iDownload blog had its eyes on Twitter. There, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman linked to the 2 days not 3 story, adding in his Twitter post, Apple is also reinstating its mask mandate at about 100 U.S. retail stores today, Tuesday, the 17th of May, for employees. Stressing that the mandate is employee only indicates that visiting customers will not be required to mask up, according to the report. Workers trying to form a union in Apple Cumberland Mall in Atlanta say Apple is actively trying to stop them. Specifically, a piece from 9 to 5 Mac says the Communications Workers of America, or CWA, is accusing Apple of violating the National Labor Relations Act. CWA is the group with which Cumberland Mall employees are trying to unionize. According to 9 to 5 Mac, Apple has been reportedly holding captive audience meetings to counter an ongoing union drive at the Cumberland Mall store. We actually heard about this last week when Motherboard posted a couple of pages of talking points store leaders were reportedly using to sow doubt around the idea of unionizing Apple locations. According to The Verge, according to 9 to 5 Mac, captive audience meetings are a tactic where bosses require employees to attend meetings with anti-union messaging. It is generally allowed by the National Labor Relations Board, or NLRB, until the 24-hour period before a union election. Not anymore, it seems. 9 to 5 Mac cites a recent memo from NLRB General Counsel Jennifer Abruzzo, who says such meetings violate the National Labor Relations Act. According to the memo, the license to coerce is an anomaly in labor law, inconsistent with the Act's protection of employees' free choice. It is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of employers' speech rights. What a way to start the day, which is apparently when this is happening. Employees start the day with a daily download meeting to be updated on what's new within the company and store, according to the report. Lately, the piece says, management has increasingly incorporated topics like culture, benefits, and anti-union messaging into these meetings. You can expect such stories to pick up over the next few weeks at least. The Apple Cumberland Mall union vote is set to run from the 2nd of June through the 4th. If recent charges aren't showing up on your Apple Card or in Apple Pay, you are not alone. Or maybe you are. Alone or in pairs, you're not the only person this is happening to. 9 to 5 Mac says this week's iOS 15.5 update seems to have screwed something up with the payment part. Or not. According to multiple reports on Reddit, says the piece, users have been unable to access their latest card transactions in the Wallet app since the iOS 15.5 update, although some users have also experienced a similar issue with iOS 15.4.1. What the Wallet app is supposed to do is show how much a person pays for something, where it paid it, and when, for payment methods tied to Apple Pay. Guess what it's not doing for some? I'm not sure why 9 to 5 Mac ties the issue to the recent 15.5 update, though. The person who wrote the article for 9 to 5 Mac says this was happening to them before this week's update. Indications in the piece are that the balance is correct, with the amount moving up and down based on payments and purchases. It's the details that are missing. Apple had yet to acknowledge the issue as of Tuesday's report. If you're subscribed to anything through the App Store, keep an eye on your billing. Early last month, we heard word that Apple was piloting tests to let developers automatically charge users for subscription price increases. Seems to have gone well enough for some. A piece this week from Engadget indicates that the move has gone from pilot to practice. Under the old policy, says Engadget, Apple will ask users to opt in before they're charged for a subscription that has recently raised its price. Going forward, however, it will allow developers to automatically charge higher prices so long as they meet a set of conditions. Apple will notify users of the price increase in advance via email and push notification, but it is up to them to unsubscribe before they're charged. When I first heard about this, my immediate thought was, it stinks. Reading over the terms, though, they're not as bad as they could be. For example, when news of the pilot hit in early April, there was no mention of Apple letting subscribers know via email and push notification. Additionally, developers can't raise the rates by too much, and they can't do it too often. If they want the price increases to happen automatically, the most developers can raise the rate is $5 at a time, and they can't raise it higher than half the current subscription cost. Also, they can only do it once a year, again, if they want it to happen automatically. Variations would still require end users to opt in, at least as Engadget understands it. A day after a ton of Apple software updates, another Apple software update. Mac Rumors says Apple on Tuesday released Swift Playgrounds 4.1 for iPad and Mac. Swift Playgrounds is Apple's app that teaches people to code and build applications. Version 4.1 comes with a number of helpful-sounding features, including letting users build Mac apps with Swift UI, as long as they're using macOS 12.4 or later, guided walkthroughs for learning Swift UI app building basics, and live updates in app preview so users can see changes in their apps as they make them. There's lots of other stuff that I'm sure is helpful, but is also outside my understanding. Though originally built for iPad, the Mac version sounds a bit more full-featured at this point. Anyway, the Mac update seems to offer more than its iPad counterpart. New features for both, though. The apps and the updates are free. They are each available in their respective app stores. More news in a moment, but first a word from Simply Safe, the right way to protect your home. You know what's unusual? The place where you live. I'm not saying it's weird. I don't know. I've never been there. But your home is different than everyone else's home listening to this show. You don't necessarily need the same protection as everyone else. That's why Simply Safe lets you build the system that's right for you. Moisture, smoke and fire, carbon monoxide. If there is something you're worried about damaging your home, Simply Safe has sensors for it. And each is monitored just like the sensors and cameras for guarding against prowlers. Simply Safe notifies you the moment there's an alarm, letting you deal with issues before they become damage. And setup couldn't be simpler. I had my sensors, keypad, and base station up and running myself in well under an hour. Whole home protection, just the way you need it. That's Simply Safe. You can customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafe.com/macOSKen. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. SIMPLI. Go to simplysafe.com/macOSKen. Tuesday was Accessibility Awareness Day, and Apple marked it with a press release announcing a lot of upcoming accessibility improvements. Using advancements across hardware, software, and machine learning, Apple's press release said people who are blind or low vision can use their iPhone and iPad to navigate the last few feet to their destination with door detection. Users with physical and motor disabilities who may rely on assistive features like voice control and switch control can fully control Apple Watch from their iPhone with Apple Watch mirroring. And the deaf and hard of hearing community can follow live captions on iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Apple is also expanding support for its industry-leading screen reader VoiceOver with over 20 new languages and locales. These features will be available later this year with software updates across Apple platforms. While they are all welcome improvements, live captions feels like one of those "we live in the future" features. According to Apple's press release, with live captions enabled, users can follow along more easily with any audio content, whether they're on a phone or FaceTime call, using a video conferencing or social media app, streaming media content, or having a conversation with someone next to them. Because we live in the future. The press release is very in-depth with illustrative videos and a lot more in the way of planned features. It is worth a trip to Apple's online newsroom to check it out. I will have a link to that in this story on macOSKen.com. One of the most specialized series on Apple TV Plus starts its second season soon. The Cupertino streamer issued a press release on Tuesday announcing Season 2 of Home. It's a show about homes, houses, humble abodes. Though I don't think humble actually belongs in this description. According to the release, each episode in the second season of Home unveils the boundary-pushing imagination of the visionaries who dared to dream and build them around the world, including the Netherlands, South Africa, Indonesia, Australia, Mexico, Iceland, and more. Through these unique stories from the homeowners, their deep intention and unique vision is unveiled in the remarkable homes they've created, leaving an indelible impact on those around them. 0 to 60 quick on this one. This week's release announced not only a second season, but also a trailer and a premiere date. That date is just under a month from now, Friday, the 17th of June. The trailer is available on YouTube. And finally today, Apple Music Festival is dead. Long live Apple Music Live. Cult of Mac says Apple is bringing back a live music offering rebranded as Apple Music Live. According to the piece, the new concert series launches Friday with a live concert from Harry Styles performing his new album, Harry's House. Leading into the show, a 7-part video in which Apple Music presenter Zane Lowe interviews Styles. That is available now on Apple Music as part of the Apple Music Live promotion. As for what's next for Apple Music Live, it's the Harry Styles concert. Weren't you listening? That happens live this Friday, the 20th of May at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Past that, who knows? After the first concert with Styles, says Cult of Mac, we have no details about how the series will continue. It seems likely Apple will feature a new live show by a different artist on a regular basis, along with featured interviews. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Upstart. Fair and fast personal loans. Learn more and check your rate at upstart.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by SimpliSafe. Get a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring at simplysafe.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.